Hi, good morning students. This is Gopal, Head of the Department of Humanities and Science. So welcome to WITS Connect. In this video, we have to discuss indefinite integrals. So this is the first unit in third semester. So first, before going to discuss the integration, first we recall differentiation. Yes, in last semester already we discussed differentiation, and we have to find out differentiation of many functions, and also we applied the differentiation so many functions, and we have to find out different kind of functions derivatives. So first we are taking one example. Differentiation of sin x, and this is equal to cos x. So the question is, we have to find out. So actually, what is this one? The differentiation of sin x with respect to x. We get one function that is called cos x. So means we have to find out derivative of this function with respect to x. We get this one. The question is, we have to find out the original function. Original function means, so here actually this is the original function. The derivative of sin x equal to cos x. In order to find out the original function means this one. So if by using the resulting function means cos x, we have to find out the original function sin x. Okay, so means, so here the integration is defined as the reverse process of differentiation. So means if we are using any one operation on cos x, if we get the original function, okay, so means here this is called integration. So integration of cos x gives sin x. So this is the process. So here the integration is defined as the inverse process of differentiation or antiderivative. So here we apply any one operation on cos x. If we get the original function, so that is called one of the process. So that process is called here integration. So instead of the differentiating a function, we are given that the derivative of a function and asked to find its primitive. Means we have to ask the original function. So yes, already written here. So this is, the question is, we have to find out the primitive of cos x. Okay, primitive of cos x means original function. Such process is called integration. Yeah, that is given dy by dx equal to f of x. Means we have to express y in terms of x. So this is the derivative of the given function is said to be f of x. The question is, we have to express y in terms of x. When so express, it is usually is called y as integral of f of x. So means in order to express y in terms of x, that is said to be the integral of f of x, and it is represented symbolically y equal to integral f of x dx. So here f of x is called integrand, and this symbol dx is indicating, so integrating with respect to x. This is called, it indicates variable of integration. So means here integral cos x dx equal to, we getting sin x, means we getting the original function. Here cos x is said to be integrand, and here this is the variable of integration. So this is the simple example of integration of some functions. Okay, so here the problem of evaluating integral f of x dx is to find f of x of a function x. So whose derivative with respect to x shall be the integrand is f of x, means here f dash of x equal to f. So we have to find out this f of x in a function of x here, whose derivative with respect to x shall be the integral f of x, means this is equal to integral f of x with respect to x. So this is the process of finding the integration. So here we are using, this is the symbol, this is the, actually this symbol can be taken summation. So what is the first letter of summation? Yes. So means the integration is also one type of summation. So that's why here we are taking this as a symbol of integration. And generally we have to say that, we read this one, integrating f of x with respect to x. The integration can be read integration f of x with respect to x. So this is the general definition of integration. So before going to, we have to find out integration of some of the function. First we recall derivatives. The derivative of some functions means elementary functions. Derivative of sin x, derivative of cos x, derivative of tan x, derivative of cos x, and similarly the derivative of x to the power of n means x to the power of n, and a derivative of exponential function, and a derivative of log x, and a derivative of trigonometric functions. So first we recall all these things, then we are going to find out integration of this kind of function, means trigonometric function, integration of sin x, integration of cos x, integration of tan x, and integration of cosec, and integration of sec x, and integration of cot x. Similarly, integration of exponential function, integration of log x, integration of x to the power of n means the polynomials, and combination of integration of any two functions. Combination means either addition of any two functions, means the question is like that, find out integration of sin x plus e power x dx, means this summation of two functions, and the multiplication of two functions or multiplication of three functions, and so on. So first we recall a derivative of the elementary functions. Okay, first we return the derivative of the elementary functions. Some important derivative of elementary functions. Derivative of sin x, cos x, derivative of cos x minus sin x, derivative of tan x secant square x, derivative of cot x equal to minus secant square x, derivative of sec x equal to sec x into tan x, and the derivative of cosec x equal to minus cosec x cot x, and the derivative of e power ax equal to a into e power ax, and the derivative of x to the power of n equal to n into x to the power of n minus 1, and the derivative of log x equal to 1 by x. So these are the derivative of the standard elementary functions. So by using help of these differentiations, we have to discuss how to find the original functions of these standard functions. Okay, now we discuss constant of integration. We are taking here the two functions, derivative of the two functions. We know that derivative of sin x equal to cos x, derivative of this function equal to x to the power of n. Now we check it how we will get x to the power of n. So this is d by dx of x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1. So here 1 by n plus 1 is constant, so that's why we written outside the operator. Then we have to find out derivative of x to the power of n plus 1, means n plus 1 into x to the power of n plus 1 minus 1. This n plus 1, this n plus 1 cancel, plus 1 minus 1 cancel, finally we get x to the power of n. We are taking these two examples for the finding the constant of integration. So from 1 sin x, so this sin x, derivative of sin x equal to cos x, and this sin x is called antiderivative of cos x. Yes, that's we have written here. Also we shall written dy by dx sin x plus c. So derivative of sin x equal to cos x, and the derivative of constant equal to plus 0, so finally we get cos x. So that's why our convenience we can written this is derivative of sin x plus c. So therefore integration of cos x equal to sin x plus c, and similarly from 2 x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1 is antiderivative of x to the power of n, means derivative of x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. This value equal to x to the power of n. Yes, we know that this is the derivative of x to the power of n plus 1 equal to x to the power of n. Already we have to find out this one, and derivative of constant equal to 0. So that's why, so therefore x to the power of n plus 1 dx equal to x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. And we are taking one more example here. Derivative of x cube plus c equal to 3x square, and the derivative of x cube plus 2, this is equal to 3x square, and the derivative of x cube plus 5 by 6, and this is also 3x square. So therefore here integral, so here x cube plus c is antiderivative of 3x square, x cube plus 2 is antiderivative of 3x square, and x cube plus 5 by 6 is antiderivative of 3x square. So therefore here integral 3x square dx equal to x cube plus c, and from this one integral 3x square dx equal to x cube plus 2, and from this one integral 3x square plus dx equal to x cube plus 5 by 6. So here this is the derivative of these values equal to 3x square, but this is antiderivative of 3x square. So means generally integration of 3x square dx can be written as x cube plus c. What is c here? C is arbitrary constant. Arbitrary constant. This is not a standard value. This is where c is called or. So therefore d by dx of sin x equal to cos x. So this is the derivative of sin x equal to cos x. So here sin x is antiderivative of cos x. So therefore we have to find out the original function by using integration. That can be written as integral cos x dx equal to sin x plus c. What is c here? Where c is an arbitrary constant. By these examples, so in order to find out the original function by using integration, we have to written here plus c. What is c here? This is arbitrary constant. And similarly d by dx cos x equal to minus sin x. In order to find the original function cos x, so therefore integral sin x dx equal to minus cos x plus c. So this is the process of finding integration of the functions by the taking the help of the derivatives. So this is a general concept of the integration. So now we return the standard students. Now we have to find out the integration of some of the constant functions. So first we return derivative of that function. So derivative of constant equal to 0. So means where c is the antiderivative of 0. So that's why here integration of 0 dx equal to actually integration of 0 is 0 and plus c where c is arbitrary constant. And similarly the derivative of x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1 equal to x to the power of n. Already we see now we will get this value. So therefore the derivative of x to the power of n dx equal to x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c where n is not equal to minus 1. So if n equal to minus 1, this is the denominator becomes to infinity. Now we check it, this is x to the power of when n equal to minus 1. What happens? N equal to minus 1 here, minus 1 plus 1 by minus 1 plus 1. So therefore x to the power of 0 by 0, something by 0 is undefined. So that's why where n is not equal to minus 1, this is so true, right? Next, the derivative of x. The derivative of x equal to 1. So similarly, derivative of 1 equal to x. Derivative of 1 dx equal to x plus c. So similarly, we have to find out derivative of this is derivative dy dx x square. This is equal to 2x. Means integration of 2x dx equal to. So integration of 2x dx equal to x square by c. So means here we have to use this formula. Now we check it. So here 2 is arbitrary constant. Sorry, 2 is constant. We write the operator integral x dx. So this is in the form of this formula. So what is the numerator here? Numerator equal to 1. So therefore this is equal to x to the power of 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1 plus c. Means x square by 2. Already 1 2 is there. 2. So both these are cancelled. So we get x square plus c. And the derivative of log x equal to 1 by x. And here log x is antiderivative of 1 by x. So therefore integration of 1 by x dx equal to the original function log x to the base e plus c, where c is arbitrary constant. And a derivative of exponential function. So here derivative of e power x equal to e power x. In case we are taking this is a, what happens here? A into e to the power of x. And here similarly coming to here, so this value e power ax equal to by a. This is a. So integral. So we shift this constant into left side actually. Now or we written here by a equal to e power x. Derivative of e power ax by a equal to e power ax. So therefore integral of e power ax dx equal to e to the power of ax by a plus c, where c is arbitrary constant. Okay, now the derivative of, so it is actually this is d by dx of a power x equal to e to the power of x log a. So this is the derivative of a power x. So here we written d by dx of a power x by log a equal to a power x. Why? Because this is a power x by log a is antiderivative of ax. So therefore integral a power x dx equal to a power x by log a plus c. So this is the integral of a power x. For example, integral 2 to the power of x dx equal to 2 to the power of x by log 2. So this is the process of finding derivative of a power x dx. And coming to the integral of trigonometric functions. Yes, we know that derivative of sin x equal to cos x means here sin x is antiderivative of cos x. So therefore we have to find out the original function by using integration. Integration cos x dx equal to sin x plus c. We getting the original function. Derivative of cos x equal to minus sin x. So this is cos x is antiderivative of minus sin x. We have to find out the original function by using the integration means here integral sin x dx equal to minus cos x plus c. And the derivative of tan x. So derivative of tan x equal to now secant square x means here this is antiderivative of secant square x. So therefore integral secant square x dx equal to tan x plus c. And the derivative of cot x equal to minus cos x square x. So therefore integral cos x square x dx equal to minus cot x plus c. And similarly derivative of sec x equal to sec x into tan x. So therefore integral of sec x tan x dx equal to sec x plus c. And finally the derivative of cosec x equal to minus cosec x into cot x. So therefore integral of cosec x tan x equal to minus cosec x plus c. So these are the standard functions. Now these are the actually standard function. This is the integration of the standard functions. Now next class we shall discuss some more standard functions integrations.